Today, Transas navigation systems are used at sea ships of 120 countries. Seamen of more than 70 countries are trained using Tranzas simulators. The company's annual turnover is $300 million. This is a perfect example of success of a Russian engineering company. However, during its long existence, Transas faced troubles more than once, but efforts of its leaders enabled the company to stick to the chosen heading.
Sometimes, when we start speaking about our company, people think that our success was achieved probably, not accidentally, but due to a number of circumstances, right out of the blue. But any success, even if you plant a good seed, requires great efforts for watering, growing and maintaining the first sprouts.
Transas name is short for Transport Safety Systems. Today, we can really say systems in plural. The company operates in different segments: sea, aviation, defense and gaming industry. But in 1990, when Seamen of Baltic Sea Steamship Company from St. Petersburg, Russia, started their business, there was only one focus: on the sea.
I worked at Smolensk motor ship. The captain bought a computer, the first for that time, Commodore 64, and my colleagues and I tried to write basic programs on electronic map making in our free time.
For his rationalization offer, Nikolay Muzhikov got a bonus of 60 rubles and acknowledgement into the labor record from the administration. That very time, other future co-founder Yevgeny Komrakov was writing a program for radar simulator.
Yevgeny Komrakov, тоже капитан Балтийского пароходства.
Yevgeny Komrakov, the captain of the Baltic Sea Steamship Company, created the first simulator right on the bridge. He had a Toshiba computer of 20 MHz. They were very rare those days, and created images of horizon, which he managed to sell in 89 or 90 to German and Spanish sea academies. Thus, the first sales started.
The Seamen rented premises and employed 15 top-rate programmers of Leningrad scientific institutions at their own expense. The result was the first product, NaviMaster navigation system. The system not only replaced conventional paper sea maps, but also was rather inexpensive. Tranzas spent 4.5 million man-hours in total for creation of its electronic maps collection. Such complicated task, besides the Petersburg company, has only been successfully solved by Boeing subsidiary only and no one else. But in those years, the Seamen started from the familiar Baltic Sea.
When I came to navigation departments of different steamship companies and showed the product, the navigation system, people at first said, "What a toy!" But then, when they learned that I had just left the bridge half a year before and realized very well what I was talking about, they developed certain respect and trust at once.
The first system was installed at Anna Karenina ferry. The friends continue remembering the captain with gratitude. He was the first to trust the former colleagues and test the innovation on his ship. It took Transas just a year to form a network of representative offices throughout Russia, from Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky to Murmansk. At first, the company sold electronic map-making systems. Then the range of products was expanded to include onboard equipment and simulators. Due to their professional experience, the Seamen understood that the company's products were unique, and the partners decided to enter the international market.
С точки зрения маркетинга мы развивали не то, что мы из России, а то, что мы Tranzas.
From the marketing point of view, we promoted the image of Transas itself, and not the fact that we were a Russian company. We departed from certain national identity and successfully introduced our brand to the market. we managed to avoid negative issues which are still experienced by companies trying to get into the international market directly from Russia.
The first representative office was opened in British Southampton. In a few years, the distribution network spread over Germany, Switzerland, and the USA. Transas rapidly became a leader at the market of navigation and electronic map-making systems, simulators, and ship controlling systems. By 1993, the company had already sold 150 Navimaster systems in Russia and abroad for more than $1 million.
Кто бы мог подумать, что российская компания из Санкт-Петербурга.
Who would have thought that a Russian company from St. Petersburg would make systems for the Navy of Germany, for example? Transas phenomenon is really a prime example. It shows the role of the human element in a company's success.
Прежде всего,
Lebedev, first of all, managed to create a strong, qualified and market-aggressive team.
In mid-90s, Transas faced the gravest economic troubles. Russian ship owners could think only of survival. Any investments into innovative solutions were out of the question.
Рухнула система морфлота, когда мы за предыдущий год продали.
The Sea Fleet system collapsed. If the previous year we had sold about 300 systems in Russia, that year only 3. For any other company, it would have been the end. If not for the international market, it was, I think, year 94, we would have shut down.
The next 5 years, Transas operated on international market only. Default of the year 98 only strengthened the company's positions. Difference in the currency cost made Western contracts more profitable for Transas. By the year 2000, the national market also began to restore. Cargo traffic increased, ship owners bought new ships, which required new navigation systems Transas could provide. But the Petersburg company expanded business not only in map-making, it also went beyond the sea sector in general. In addition to development of navigation safety systems, sea equipment and training simulators for seamen, the company focused its effort on aviation sector. Transas diversified its business. Diversification means parallel development of some business lines in order to expand the range of produced goods and rendered services. Aviation market is much greater in size than the sea market, and thus even a minor share in it made Transas business more stable.
У нас достаточно удачно получилась диверсификация между морским и авиационным сегментом нашего бизнеса.
We have managed to diversify our sea and aviation businesses rather efficiently, and it enables us to somehow flatten out certain ups and downs in our customers' needs.
Которые есть у наших клиентов.
However, it was not easy to enter this market. Strict terms of technology licensing were a barrier. Russian certificates are not considered valid by the global community. To compete with foreign manufacturers, Transas had to design products complying with 2 standards at the same time, one for the Russian customer and one for the Western one. The first major victory was a contract with Eurocopter Group. It is still the only case when Russian equipment was used in European aircrafts. Up to then, everything was done in the opposite way.
We are not great competitors in aviation today. If we are speaking about international markets, we only start penetrating them. This niche, both in board equipment and simulator construction, is very tightly packed. There are recognized international players. And I believe, starting from 2011-2012, we will make somehow their life complicated. The same as we forced into these niches of the sea market one day. No one expected to see us there, no one was waiting for any products from us. We simply gained a share of about 20, 30, 40% of the international niche.
The success was not accidental. As the company's heads say, at first their salaries were less than at the previous place of work. For some years, they earned less than Transas sales managers in Western countries. But it was a desperate measure, as it was foreign sales that kept the company afloat. The company founders are still path-breaking seamen. Step by step, they develop new products and discover new markets. One of them is edutainment, education with elements of entertainment. The developers have turned simulators for aviators and seamen into amusement devices, which help children to explore the world.
Появилась идея сделать что-то для массового потребителя.
We got an idea to create something for the average consumer, for children, for adults, for family leisure. It must not necessarily be schools, it can be extended to education institutions, museums, for example, Space Exploration Museum in Moscow or Submarine Museum.
Amusement facilities seemed interesting to soul traders as well. Restaurants and trade centers far beyond Russia willingly buy spectacular Transforce 3D games to attract customers. Some dozens of amusement devices have already been supplied to Finland, Kazakhstan, Indonesia and Cyprus.
Информация о новых нишах, о каких-то новых возможностях, она, в общем-то...
Information on new niches, new opportunities is no secret. But the difference between successful companies and those simply spending their time is whether they manage to use the knowledge,
Воспользовались ли они этим знанием?
make business with its help.
Бизнес на этом.
Diversification increased business efficiency. For the last 10 years, the company's turnover has been growing by 20% annually, and almost all income is invested by the founders into innovation developments.
In fact, the company has paid almost no dividend to its owners for the whole term of its existence. It is unusual, but so we live. Different people enjoy different things. Some money in their pocket, some a villa at the Caribbean islands, and we get a charge out of the company's growth. Something like this.
Люди, которые приходили в Tranzas, они были, как бы сказать, заражены.
People who came to Transas were burning with desire to produce something not just new, but truly competitive.
Конкурентного, как говорится, жить по гамбургскому счету.
To live with the honest rating, so to say. If someone is claiming to be the best, one must prove it with actual achievements.
Today, Transas equipment is used at more than 7,000 ships and more than 400 aircraft and helicopters. About 5,000 Transas simulators are operated all over the world. However, as 20 years ago, the team is moving forward, opening new markets. The latest developments of the company include electronic control systems for oil and gas industry and an emergency monitoring system. After all, simply to stay where you are in engineering business, you have to move forward aggressively.